question we're going to talk about is why did you choose to meet here in the 2-floor lounge's computer lab?
The reason I chose to meet here is it's a place that I find I get the most work done, a place where I guess spend most of my time on campus. I'm a person that needs some kind of noise when I'm studying, so whether I'm listening to music or just working and hearing other people talk, it's something that I've grown to like and makes me productive and have a good time. You get to see a lot of people coming in here too, so it's nice to be able to see some friends on a daily basis.
Okay. What are the roles and limitations of a Lucy president, and how does this factor into the promises you've made in your platform?
The role taken directly off of the Lucy website is to be the voice of students, and I think a lot of people don't know this, but the board of directors is actually the boss or in charge of the president. So it's always important to consider that although the board makes a lot of decisions, and that is important, that the president's job and responsibility is to make sure that the voice and what the students want is at least on the table, and then lobby as much as, I guess in this case, he can to make sure that that voice is not only heard, but strongly considered and give power and value to the voice in which the students are voicing what's important to them. Another role is being a team member within the management team. It's virtually in charge of making sure that the vice president and or the full-time positions now that are created with restructuring are working for the best interest of the students. So I mean that has to do a lot with monitoring and making sure that what the responsibilities of those positions are being carried out effectively. Again, with the relationships with the students, I think that's a big role, and that's a big thing in my platform, is being 100% accessible. I mean, that can be seen even within my promotional campaign through elections, is having my personal cell phone number out there. It's ready for any student. My Facebook is there, email, Twitter, my website's pretty interactive for students, and it has been used by students already by leaving concerns about what they think are maybe things that I should consider, things that I've missed out on my platform. I think that's a major thing too, is having that source of being ready for open communication and trying to present it in a way that's most applicable to students. So some of the things in my platform, everything within my platform, whether it be like the introduction of like a course that will teach you about leadership, improving campus safety, all of it has done with going to the university. Because that's the person that the president usually deals with, is people within the university, whether it be Vice President of Student Affairs, Dean McMurray, or other full-time employees. I've gone to those people. I've met with Dean McMurray. I have a meeting set up with Chris Hancock, the special principal's person in charge there for the communication. And I have meetings set up with Andrew Patico and the Student Leadership Center, and with Adam Lawrence and the Diversity Center. I find it's important to go to these places and get as informed as you can, so then you have a stronger case for students.
Okay. Aside from the goal of representing and serving students, why do you want to be president?
I like to be president because the last 4 years I was going around meeting as many people as I can, and I truly have some amazing experiences, and somehow I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And just the ability to stay around a year longer. I know it's always weird being maybe the 5th year person or being there for a long period of time, but I'm truly in love with student culture here. I like many other people, didn't know very much about it when I came here, but I've truly grown to love it, and I've had a lot of experiences here that I've learned from, like the amount of things that I've learned since being here, just through meeting people, and I'm learning every day. This campaign process has been amazing. I'm learning more about the school and more about the issues that are going on. I simply am a social person. I love being around students. I love the campus. I love now having the chance to go and positively affect in another way through the role and the position of president, and also to learn more about the school, because I don't think I'm finished here. I can't imagine leaving right now, and I think this is the next step for me to not only positively affect the campus, but to learn more
What is your most ambitious goal on your platform?
Right now, I'd say the most ambitious goal is to create a course. Right now, Laurier has an incredible volunteer and leadership culture. A lot of students take it upon themselves to go out and do things, maybe whether it's recognized by the school or not. They like to go beyond just the classroom. And I think that's something important, but I think right now it's not per se recognized. And other schools have done it. In the States, it's pretty popular, and some schools in Canada are starting to adopt it. Well, you have a course that teaches you basically things that, for everything from leadership to how to get involved in campus, how to take the most out of your opportunities, more explanations of the resources that we have here at the university that many students aren't aware of, and allows them to go and take that information and to be leaders within their community. The steps and challenges are going to the Senate. It's going to get the funding for a course like this. It's finding where would that course fall into faculty, finding from then a professor that would go in there, and then students that would be able to help out and like mentorship to show from their own experiences how leadership has affected them. So one of the things that as a part of this is to go out into the community for 2 weeks. It would almost be like a small internship where the class would go and possibly affect Laurier's community. So it would be somewhere in Kitchener-Waterloo. So it improves the image of the school, but it also allows for them to take away valuable things that can be of monstrous impact for them later on in their life. Right now we have the co-curricular record, which I think is incredible, and a lot of employers look at that. But if you could have something where people are actually receiving a credit to become more informed and become better leaders in their society, it's something that they can use later on, even in, we'll say, put that on a resume to say that, this is a credited course saying that I'm a leader within this community. So there's a lot of steps involved. Maybe setting the foundation is something that I can do this year, but within 8 months and over the summer, it's probably the most ambitious thing I have on my platform.
All right. What do you think is the biggest issue on this campus?
Currently, as it stands, we're getting bigger. We've introduced a lot of residences over the last 4 years since I've been here. I think there's been 3 or 4 new residences that are here. We've added more beds to residences, and we're getting great. And we barely have enough housing, we'll say, for students. Yet the resources, we've had a reduction in classes, and the available classes, we've had reductions over the reduction in classes, we haven't added more things that are important. So we haven't added more classrooms, we haven't added more teaching availability, for courses. So we're not really responding well to the growth situation and where our campus is going. It's not sustainable in this way. If we keep adding more students, but not having more buildings for students to learn in, not having more resources that students are taking care of. Right now we have, whether it be sports, we have a waiting list for intramurals. We have lines that you can see at a lot of the free places, whether it be in Tim Hortons. I think those are probably the longest lines I've ever seen at a food place. But we also have students that are wanting to take courses that are unable to. So that means they either have to postpone taking course into another semester, which delays their academic progression, or they go to different schools and take online courses there. And I don't think as a university that is the way that it should be. I think if we're going to accept these amount of students, we should make sure that we have the amount of resources that are available to them. So I think right now we're just starting to feel the first effects, but if we continue to go this way for a while, then you're going to see a lot more effects and impacts on the way it's